Here we go. Here it is. Mikhail McLean talking Bahamas.
For anyone that might not know, born and raised Nassau, Bahamas, moved to Houston, Texas when I was 14, played for the junior national team growing up. And it's just something that, I always wanted to play for the senior national team, but I had a lot of injuries throughout my college career. So once I got into coaching right away, I was like, okay, I might not get to play for the senior team. For sure wanted to coach. So I probably waited about 6 years into my coaching career to kind of continue to grow and develop. And then when I made my transition from the University of Houston to Lamar is when I began coaching with the Bahamas team because I had a little bit more flexibility. And I've been doing it since 2021. So it's not like this is my first rodeo doing it. So I leave next Thursday. We'll do training camp in Miami for about 5 or 6 days. We'll get a whole group down there, kind of build some culture, some chemistry, go through some practice stuff. And then we'll go back to the Bahamas June 30th. We'll play Jamaica July 3rd, play Puerto Rico July 6th, and I'll be back in Kentucky July 7th with 2 wins. So that's the plan.
Can I talk about this year's team a little bit?
Let's do it.
Because we're, about a weekend?
We're about a weekend. Yeah, we're about a weekend. Guys moved in last Saturday. It was just really cool, for people that don't understand, like, a lot of these kids might not even take an official visit, so we're doing everything through Zoom calls, FaceTime, phone calls. We might get to fly out and see them, but just getting to see the joy on the kids and the families' faces moving their kids in, outside perspective, they don't understand they're still kids at the end of the day. The parents are still really emotional, dropping them off like it's the first day, even though it might not be their first day of college. But getting dropped off to Kentucky is different than anywhere else. So it's been really joyful experience with these guys, and we got a really fun group you guys to get a chance to see.
Yeah, for guys who get here and they didn't get the chance to take an official visit, they haven't seen campus or anything like that yet. What's your favorite part of the tour or favorite part of town to show these guys and see their reaction to?
So everybody took an official visit, but they're 1 day visits, half day visits, a day and a half. So they don't really get to see everything. But when they actually come in, we walk them through the gym, we walk them through everything. But when they actually get their first workout in Joe Kraft Center in the weight room on the court, when they get to go and rub for the first time, not as a visitor, but this is my home. That enough is everything. And the thing that everyone's been blown away was all the great food options in Lexington. So
a lot of good food options for sure. Now I know you get to know these guys really well during the recruiting process. You're pounding the pavement, you're making phone calls, all that stuff. But to actually get them all on campus and see them all, not just playing even, but even just interacting with each other, has anything surprised you about any of these guys?
The chemistry. I think a lot of these guys talked actually before they actually got to campus, which is really important. But we've had guys stay in the lodge. It's not like this is our first time having guys stay in the lodge, but these guys have really embraced it. They've kind of accelerated the chemistry portion really quickly, and they spend a lot of time together away from us in practice. You could tell it's real, it's not fake, it's genuine, and these guys have really, it's really early to say. I feel like they really love one another already, which is kind of really crazy. So
I've heard you say that Zoom is already emerging as a leader. What makes that the case?
He is. I can't describe it for anyone that wouldn't understand it, but if you know what a quarterback is where they just kind of connect everybody. He's just a connector. He has a bubbly energy and personality. He's humble enough to accept who he is as a person, and he gasses and encourages everybody to be the best version of themselves, and that's how he gets the best version of himself. So just the way he does it, the way he brings guys together off the court, the way they do stuff, that's just kind of just in a short time of knowing him in person. That's the evaluation we got beforehand, but it's real. He does a really good job. Him and Malachi are connectors for sure.
You talk about the shooting. 30 is a number that got thrown out in Pope's first year. He got closer to it in year 1. Year 2, little step back. Is 30 still a number this staff has circled?
I would be, if it didn't happen this year, I'd be really surprised. I don't want to give too much information, but just our last 2 practices, the way we kind of move the ball and the way the floor is spaced, we got so many guys that can make a 3, so you have to guard everybody outside of the paint. And I want to say we got 7 or 8 guys that you have to guard. You can't not guard them, and just to have that impact, it allows Malachi to do what he does as a passer, Zoom, Reese, all of our guys that are Alex Wilkins. That's a really good shooter as well. We got so many different guys that are creators. That's kind of what we tried to build our roster with creators, and Coach Pope and our staff did a really good job of it.
And how does Milan fit into that?
I mean, don't get me started on him. I mean, he's an unbelievable shooter. It's like he came in and we're like, okay, teach us what you do. Like, we're not going to tell you how to run your workouts and all this stuff. Like, let's learn from you. Let's figure out where we can tweak it. So we're not tweaking anything because he's the best shooter in America, right? But we have so many different guys that are just hard workers, with him being one of them at the top of the chart. So to have that many guys that are gym rats, that they're dragging each other in there, they're leaving together, they're coming back 3-4 times on their own outside of practice, is like, dang, it's contagious, you know? So I don't want to give too much on Milan. So.
Yeah, okay. Keep it on the down low a little bit. This is a fun time of the year because you are so focused on building chemistry, of course. You're also still undefeated, which is always fun.
Of course.
But if there's one thing you could put on that to-do list by the end of this summer, one thing that you want to get significantly better or different, what would that thing be?
Man, that's an unbelievable question, Maggie. I think by the end of the summer, we want to be able to impact both sides of the ball with our length. We feel as though our length, our wingspan, our length, our height is our strength this year. So finding a way to use that to impact both ends of the ball, whether that's defensively with deflections, contesting shots, offensively, wedge rebounding, getting offensive rebounds, making extra plays for teammates. Like, I think by the end of the summer, figuring out a way to utilize everything that we have lengthwise is probably our biggest priority.
I know Malachi took big, huge steps in that department through SEC play especially, and he's fired up for another year. Yeah. What excites you about sophomore Malachi?
I think he has a different swagger and a demeanor. Like last year, he was fitting. I think he was just trying to fit in, and I think this year he's planning to stand out. He's emerged as a leader. He wanted to be a leader last year. He picked his spots where he could be a leader, but like he knows he's a leader. So when you know you're a leader, it's like being like, you know, your first year on varsity in high school versus your senior year. Like, you just have a different confidence that I know everything that we do already. It's in my world and my favor to kind of handle it the way I want to handle it. And he's going to take a big leap because he's just that much more confident. He knows everything we do on both sides of the floor. He knows his personnel, and he has a lot more space to operate the way he wants to. So it'd be great.
If you could tell BBN one thing that they don't know yet about this team, what should they know?
You got some good questions, bro. let me think that one through. I think BBN thinks they know how good Braden Hawthorne and Cam Williams are, but I mean, like, it's just the way we're playing this year with kind of the way we built the roster. Both of those guys, especially Braden, I think they're going to take the country by storm. And no one really understands how good Reese Potter is as a playmaker and as a three-point shooter, but he's put on 25 pounds since he got there. He's like 242 today, and he's someone, along with Frank, that'll really help us in the front line.
Oh, I'm excited to meet Frank. His story is awesome.
You are going to love Frank. I'm talking about personality, joyful, cheerful. You're going to love Frank.
All right, we're back in the studio. Big thanks to Mikhail McLean for the time. As I said, that was